What do you see?
The Howling. Somewhere in this city, in this human jungle, it begins.
Just try. He's right there.
What do you see?
What's there, Karen?
What do you see, Karen?
What's there?
Somewhere in these woods, in this primal, sensuous, secret place, lies an experience too terrifying for words. And now, all anyone can do is watch and wait.
Tonight I'm going to show you something. Make you believe.
The Howling.
And what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Gore and More podcast. I am your host, the Fluff Master Supreme, who's not so mean, Mr. Big Johnny D. And with me, as always, my illustrious co-host. Let me start it right below me here. With the Chad Daddy himself, the Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Daddy Chrisman.
Ow! What's is?
Yeah. And next to the Chad Daddy, we have the ghost, the host with the ghost, El Scuba Cabra.
Good, baby, good.
Yeah, baby. I'm so happy you've taken that well, too, the Scuba Cabra thing.
Bro,
every
like,
time you
how,
write it,
how
I'm
have
like,
I never thought of that?
yes!
That's a
How have
great
I never
name.
thought of that? It's
Right?
great.
Mr. Lord Scuba Steve Vasquez. And rounding us off to protect us and serve for, again, shitty remakes, we have Officer Bobby Amone.
Hi.
Alrighty. Today, well then, it was gruff, but it worked.
The little something wrong in the
All
throat.
right.
I think I got something coming out, but that's gonna have to wait till after the show.
Hey-ho! Today is October 4th, 2021, and we are talking 1981's The Howling. But first, as you know and potentially love or hate, I don't give a shit, we are doing our Slice of Life. Chad Daddy, start us off, buddy.
Well, I had a usual busy work week last week, and then after that, Friday night, the wife and I had a nice little date night. We did some Christmas shopping and went to see Venom, Let There Be Carnage. By the way, that post-credits scene, wow. You know, even though I knew what it was, still mind-blowing. It's awesome seeing it on the big screen. My jaw dropped. It's really, really big, and it means a lot going forward. But I don't want to talk too much about it because if you know, you know. If you don't know and don't want to be spoiled, ain't going to say shit. Then Saturday, let's see. What did we do Saturday, buddy?
What did we do?
We did an episode of Fatality with myself, Big Johnny D, and the Saucy Aussie, Mr. Brody Kane. We talked about the new Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms, and we shot the shit. You know, we discussed a few possible things that we might want to do with the show going forward, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and I thank you for having me on there.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, and gives you a little something different than just talking about horror every week and everything. Not that we don't love it, but
and it was nice just being like a relaxed guest host versus having to write all these notes, doing show notes, doing behind the scenes. You know,
right.
It's nice just enjoying, being there and talking and not having the stress to deal with, getting the show itself ready. You know what that's like.
Understandable. I do, especially if you fucking procrastinate on it, which I myself am just terrible.
Oh, dude, I do it right before bed Sunday night, and then I get like very little sleep. Like
last night, literally like 4 hours before the show, dude. I'm like, sorry, Brody, here you go.
Like last night, I was doing it until 10:30 at night. Then I hurried up and got a quick shower and got to bed.
Yep, I
Because,
understand.
I'm a crap procrastinator. But whatever it takes for the show, baby.
Mhm.
But you know what? I've talked enough. Scuba Steve, how was your weekend, brother?
Well, my weekend was fucking fantastic. I can't say anything other than that. What did I do Friday? Oh, that's right. The season 2, episode 1 of Somewhat Supernatural kicked off this past Friday.
Yeah.
We did a little, my cousin and I did a little episode on the Ouija board and its origins. And then I worked Friday night at the bar, had a lot of fun at the bar Friday night. So much fun that Saturday I decided, hey, I'm not going to work. I'm going to stay home and just chill. And that's what I did all day Saturday. I did go watch Venom on Thursday, and then I went to go watch it again on Saturday. So, like I said earlier before we went live, I did catch the ass end of Fatality. Great job, guys. I fucking love it.
Thank you.
But Sunday, I didn't do much either. Sunday, I did some shopping and spent some time with my grandma. She wanted some chicken soup, so I took her some chicken soup and just hung out with her for a little bit, and that was it, man. And then just had a nice, relaxing weekend here. Got to watch The Howling, which I haven't seen in years, and I was very angry because as John did, and I'm not sure who else, I bought the Blu-ray. I was excited, so excited to watch the special features on the Blu-ray because, at least it's in high def. All they had online was a standard definition. Popped it in my Xbox, and for some reason, my Xbox was not reading on any of the monitors I plugged it into. So I thought maybe it's a bad HDMI cable. No, my Xbox One crapped out.
Rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
Man.
So I don't know that I'm gonna upgrade to a Series X.
If you can find one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, true that. And then I was shocked that I never even realized that this badass gaming PC that I have does not have a disk drive on it.
Dude, they don't do that shit no more.
And
man.
I'm
That's
like,
space
what
taken up.
the ass? So, yeah, so I was shit out of luck. I had to watch it, online, which is fine. Still watched it, and that was it, man. And then didn't get to bed till late. And then I woke up really early today, and Facebook was down all goddamn day. And when I tell you, I did not realize how much time I spend on Facebook until today. I was like fiending. I'm like, what the fuck? When are you going to come back on? Come on. I need to know what the fuck's going on. What the fuck? And then I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I got a lot of work done at work today, which, I mean, I get all my shit done, but it was just amazing how fast I got it done without the distraction of social media. And, with Instagram being down too, because that's the other big one is Instagram. I just never realized how much social media is a part of my life. So it just felt very weird to be thrown back to the days before social media for a few hours. It was fucking weird. And I'm like, wow, this is what life was like. I didn't know what was going on in anybody's fucking life. I didn't have anybody's phone numbers to text or any of that shit. And it was just a weird day, man. It was a weird fucking day in scuba history. But enough about me. Right above me, Bobo.
The fact that it was a weird day in scuba history is a history class I want to take.
I don't know if you want to take that, Bobo.
Yes, I do. There might be certain things I'd like to repeat. I'm probably not going to lie.
Yeah, this is true.
I had a good week last week. I don't remember what the fuck I did Friday. I don't know what I did. Saturday, I had the pleasure of going to a wonderful haunted attraction up in PA called Reaper's Revenge. Went with a few friends of mine. We had about a group of 5 of us and went and watched. Well, I watched all of them get scared shitless, and all the other people get scared. All you hear is this big guy just going the whole fucking way through, laughing at everybody. It was a lot of fun. We ended up getting home at 3 a.m. I was tired, but at least I wasn't drinking tired. At least.
Bobby,
Sorry,
can I just
Scuba.
say something really quick, just to interject on that? And
yes.
I'm not saying I can understand it from your aspect completely, because I am not your height or stature. However, being a big boy myself, I do understand walking through haunted houses, being bigger than most of the scares in the haunted house itself usually kind of takes the effect out. So I understand.
Well, it's not that. It's I'm a haunter. I'm on the other side of the fence.
Well, there's that too.
I know where you are. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like the people probably jump out and they're probably more startled to see you than you are to see them. You
They're
know what I'm
probably
saying?
more
They're just
startled.
probably
To see,
like,
they're more
whoa.
startled to see a chest going. Hey, that's not a face,
Right? Like they
Hit him like,
face and
oh,
they're
big
like
boy, big
nipples.
boy.
No, but I got to tell you though, the scares did good. The only time they got me, and it wasn't even because someone was in my face. They had boards on the bottom where they could put their hands through and get your legs.
Oh, nice.
But when they
Little
touched
tickle,
my
tickle.
cat, what the problem is they touched my calf, it fucking tickled. And I'm like,
That
that tickled. Oh,
That
hey.
wasn't your calf.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't my calf, you know. It was a fun night.
I imagine Bobby and even John, because I know how big John is. I imagine you guys walking through a haunt and, normal sized people just looking like Leprechaun and Chucky the entire fucking time.
Yeah, but sometimes, dude, like the smallest ones are the ones that get me the most, dude, because like
You're not expecting them so low.
yeah, like all right, straight up, dude. The best scare I ever got, dude, was like this 4-year-old little girl fucking got me because she was like just on there was a bunch of dolls all on the floor that you were walking through, and she was in the middle of it, and then all of a sudden she got up and like flipped over and then like crab walked through the middle of us, and I was just like, no, like,
Kids are already creepy.
And here's what
Yeah.
you don't know is that girl is right now in a bed with scars on her face, vomiting pea soup.
Probably, dude.
That actually, it wasn't a scare. Well, not for me. There was a 3D clown room, so you had to wear glasses. All I gotta say is if you were high, you were fucked. You were
Damn.
fucked. No, you were fucked. If you weren't looking in the corner, the girl was dressed in black with the polka dots on it, like painted like the room. I didn't even fucking see her. Couldn't see her. I was like, oh, that moves. I thought I was on drugs for a second. I'm like, what did they give us when we got in here? But that was Saturday night. It was a good time as always. Yesterday was just hanging out with family, watching the good old football games. That was the normal. And then I also am happy that I found my old Michael suit that I needed this whole time. So now all the new ones that I bought, anybody wants them, just let me know. I will gladly sell them to you. No problem. So now Michael is back in business and Jason is as well. So those two for right now, and then other stuff for the future. But there's no rush because they're all going to be turning into more winter projects because I'll have more time. And then other than that, I also procrastinated and just watched this movie about 3 hours ago.
Nice.
Which
At least it's fresh in your mind.
But that's why I do it that way. Sometimes it's purposely, but then it turned into no, do it 3 hours before because then you actually remember it.
Yeah.
But speaking of systems, I was actually just looking for an Xbox this weekend just for shits and giggles. Ain't nobody got it.
No,
Ain't nobody got it.
Not yet.
So, but other than that, same shit, different day. I'm just happy to be here with the boys. As always, my gentlemen.
Yeah,
and now I need to know what Big Johnny D, what's going on with you?
What's up, buddy? Well, nice, easy peasy week. Went to work Friday, just fucking hung out and gamed. Now with the whole Bluetooth on the Switch, I've actually been able to play a lot more games that I've been like. There's this game called Hollow, and it's a Dead Space. That's kind of.
I've heard of that one.
It's not bad. It's very slow. I can go into a whole fucking discussion on that, but that's a different podcast. But I gotta say, the Bluetooth audio has been nice. So I've been playing the Switch all weekend. Had some friends over. We rented the new Addams Family 2.
Oh, nice.
Wasn't a fan. But to be fair, the first one I also wasn't the biggest fan the first time I watched it, but then the second time I enjoyed it much more. So maybe like going along the lines with that, maybe I need to do that with the second one as well.
I just want to jump in here real quick because I had a discussion with a coworker this morning, and he said that people review bomb out of that Addams Family movie. It's getting like a 0.5-star rating online.
So I
don't think it's just you.
Is that the animated one?
Yeah,
the new one. Yeah, dude.
Oh,
okay. Like, I'm
yeah.
not gonna like talk storyline or anything. Like, first and foremost, I love Snoop Dogg as cousin. It's great. Like, makes me laugh. I'm not gonna say I didn't laugh. I did laugh, But I also had, as soon as it got done, we like all kind of looked at each other. We're like, I don't know if I need to ever watch that again or not. Like, it was just kind of that thought. Like,
If it's not the original ones, I'm good.
I mean,
You know,
dude,
I felt-
the first animated one was awesome. After like the second,
Really,
watch,
I
after the second watch,
I didn't see the first animated one at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
Me neither. I kind of felt the same way when Monsters University came out. It's like, not as good as the first one.
It just, I don't know, man. It didn't feel like an ad, because it was Addams Family Goes on Vacation. And how many times have you seen that like trope of whatever the fuck? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Just like insert pop culture reference here, goes on vacation. Pee-wee. Like, you know what I mean? It's all that shit. And it's just, it's like, okay, yeah, you get it. So it's Addams and like other people's like shit. But I don't know. It feels like another like Illumination kind of movie or something like that. Like, I don't know. Without getting too much into it. Even the kids really didn't like give two shits like halfway through. So I was like, So the fact that you heard people reviewing.
We still have the show to look forward to. So hopefully they do good with that.
Are they actually doing that? The live action?
It's called Wednesday.
Okay, that one. Okay,
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
doing
yeah.
the
Wait, Scoob, when do you know? Is that supposed to have a date when it's coming?
I have no idea when it's dropping. I just know people were in an uproar that Luis Guzman was playing fucking Gomez Adams, and I'm all for that.
Why?
He's gonna do great.
Well, why wouldn't he?
Well, because the people are like, there's this one person in particular on my Facebook, and she's like, he's ugly. That wasn't Gomez. And I'm like, have you seen the original artwork of Gomez, like the original cartoon strip?
Yeah.
Of Addams Family? Gomez wasn't some suave Raul Julia looking character like that. That's what we grew up with.
First of all, that was just because Raul Julia was a sexy motherfucker. Like, that has nothing to do with the fact that Gomez is a good looking dude.
No, he was supposed to be a smart ass. Not really smart ass, but
he's short and chunky and he's got big bug eyes, dude. And he's got the dead fucking.
That's
pocket. That's Gomez. Like, he's more handsome than Fester. But he's essentially the same body type. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't remember who's playing Morticia, but
it should be Christina Ricci, but
that would have been great.
Never know, I guess. It has been announced. But other than that, let's wrap this bullshit up. What did I do fucking yesterday? Oh, yeah, I watched this movie, to which we are here to talk about today. Yes. So, and I actually watched it for the first time, even though I bought the fucking Blu-ray. So that was an interesting feeling. I was like, fuck it. I've done that like $5 bin Walmart kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, obviously that route, but not that this was expensive by any means.
I hope you at least feel like you got your money's worth out of it.
I feel like I need to watch it more than just the one time I did last night. And
understand.
Then I think I will say yes. So,
well, let's do it up, boys.
Well, before we jump in, Catherine Zeta-Jones is who's playing Morticia Addams in the show.
Oh.
Just so you guys know. But enough about that. Let's get into this motherfucking movie.
Well, it's too late now. Now you gave us our minds something to feast on.
I haven't seen her in a hot minute, so I don't know what she looks like now, as opposed to like back in like the late 90s.
Like Entrapment.
Now I gotta look.
Last movie I saw her in was honestly The Haunting, so that was just bad. Like, she was good looking, but the movie is so bad.
You said Entrapment, and now all I can see is her like slinking through lasers.
Through those lasers.
I knew exactly what
yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
So, whose pick was this?
I think this was. It was yours. I thought it was mine for some reason.
I know Scuba's written in there, but you want to?
No, go for it. Take it. It's your werewolf pick.
Take it from the. You want to take it from the title and then go down?
I would love to. So we are reviewing 1981's The Howling, released March 13th, 1981. That sounds like a Friday the 13th release.
Yeah.
Because it is.
In Light District, newswoman Karen wanted by the police investigating serial killer Eddie Quist, who has been molesting her through phone calls. Officers find them in a peep show cabin and shoot Eddie in one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They literally just burst in and the guy just starts blasting away
through the door.
Karen becomes emotionally without seeing either of them. Karen becomes emotionally disturbed and loses her memory. Hoping to her inner demons, and at the request of her psychiatrist Wagner, she heads to the Colony, a secluded retreat where the creepy residents are rather too eager to make her feel at home. It be a bizarre connection between Eddie Quist and this safe haven. And when, after nights of being tormented by unearthly cries and plagued by nightmares, Karen ventures into the forest and makes a terrifying discovery. Karen's colleagues Chris and also have come to the conclusion that the colony may be home to a murderous pack of bloodthirsty werewolves. Will anybody be left to escape the maddening sounds of the howling?
Yeah, I was hoping somebody would do that. Yeah, buddy.
All right, so you want me to continue on with the directed by, or let's let Scoobs do this part. This is his
All right.
forte.
So, directed by Joe Dante, who did Piranha, Gremlins 2, The New Batch, and The Burbs. Written by John Sayles, Alligator and Piranha. Terrence H. Winkless directed 38 episodes of MMPR.
Can I just
Power
say what a
Rangers.
terrible last name
Yes,
that
sir.
is?
Winkless.
Imagine growing up in school with that last name.
Hey, Winkless.
Hey, Winkless. You're failing gym class, Winkless.
Can't stand you.
All
love how
that
you
writing
both
you're
say
doing
that.
in class ain't gonna
Yep.
do you any good.
You both went to this Mickey voice from Rocky.
Right?
Oh, what's wrong, Winkless?
So he directed 38
Winkless,
episodes
you
of Mighty Morphin
bum.
Power Rangers, 38 episodes of Power Rangers Zeo, 3 episodes of Beetleborgs, and 3 episodes of Masked Rider. The movie is based on the novel by Gary Bradner, produced by Michael Fennell, who did Gremlins, The Burbs, and Gremlins 2. Oh, shit.
I was hoping you'd pop that up.
All right, starring Dee Wallace, who was in E.T. Cujo and Critters as Karen White, Patrick Macnee, Battlestar Galactica, View to Kill, and Waxwork as Dr. Wagner, Dennis Dugan, who directed Happy Gilmore, Grown Ups, and Big Daddy as Chris Halloran, Christopher Stone, Cujo, Days of Our Lives as R. William Bill Neal, Belinda Belaski, Piranha and Gremlins as Terry Fisher, Kevin McCarthy, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Piranha and UHF as Fred Francis, John Carradine, The Mummy's Ghost, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula as Earl Kenton, Slim Pickens. I love that fucking name.
I know. I was so
that's a
happy when I
great
saw
fucking
that.
movie.
That is like great. Dr. Strangelove, Blazing Saddles, The Black Hole as Sam Newfield, Elizabeth Brooks from Deep Space as Marcia Quist, sorry. Robert Picardo from Munchies 976 Evil, Star Trek Voyager as Eddie Quist.
Yeah, buddy.
Wonderful. I'll take over from here.
Get it,
Right.
baby.
All right. So music by Pino Donaggio. Am I saying that right?
Donaggio.
Donaggio. There we go.
You're the Italian. You should
Yeah,
know.
you're the Italian. What the fuck?
Dude, it's
Hey,
Monday.
I'm
Dude, it's
fucking-
Monday. I'm on 5 hours of sleep. I don't want to hear it.
Today was a rough Monday. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
rough.
you
It really
guys,
was.
but-
So he did Tourist Trap, The Black Cat, Piranha, A Whisper in the Dark. Cinematography by John Hora, who did Gremlins, Explorers, Gremlins 2, Moonwalker. Edited by Mark Goldblatt, who did Piranha, Halloween 2, Terminator, and Predator 2, Terminator. Wow, I said that twice.
We love you, Brody.
Terminator and Terminator 2. Whatever. Why is Joe Dante's name there?
He also did the
Okay. I was like, why? It's like random right there for me. Whatever. Distributed by Embassy Pictures. Runtime of 91 midgets. Yes, I'm going to say it. I don't care. Sue me later. MPAA rating R. I like that. We added that now. I like that very much.
Right.
Budget of 1.5 million. It grossed 18 million. So not too bad
Not
for this
bad.
movie. This did
Yeah,
pretty
not
good.
bad at all.
And that's in
Not bad at all.
$1981, so that's
I and real
probably about 30 mil now.
Yeah. I love this movie, but it definitely has some as I've
Pacing
watched it again,
issues?
I'm like pacing, but when we get into it.
Yeah.
When we get into it.
Well, this is this is the general discussion. It's the perfect time to bring it up.
Yeah.
All right, so
We did not get a boss's breakdown this week.
All right. Well, all right. So for this, this is one of my favorite werewolf movies. I love it. The effects were obviously good. I enjoy the story. Now that I watched it today, I notice a lot that I've never noticed.
Mhm.
I was the same way.
Because now coming at a critical point, and I'm not a critic, but now I see it. There's not as much fright from people. You're running from a werewolf.
Yes.
Mhm.
That looks horrifying. This is one of the most horrifying werewolves on screen, let alone one of the greatest transformations as well in a werewolf movie.
Mhm.
Well, with the exception of that animated scene.
Yes,
Yeah.
the exception with the exception of that, yes.
Well, they pretty
But-
much ran out of money when they did that. That's why it's
That I would
animation like that.
But
that I would expect. But
all right. Can I just
but-
say? All right. If we.
Oh wait, let me just get.
No,
this,
yeah. Go ahead.
Let me just get this one more little thing and go for it. But it also, you just said it before, Chad. Pacing as well. I will say. I mean, I'm going to say it now. We're going to talk about it when we get to it. This is one movie that, not in a bad way, should be rebooted.
Yep.
But by today's standards, you know for a fact the four of us would be ruined because those effects will be CGI, much like the Thing prequel was. Although they were practical, they made it look fake. We'll get more into that when we get to that. So now go for it.
All right. So with the animation thing, my biggest beef was it looked like shit. That's probably I think that was probably the biggest drawback. And it's not like anything that's like actually hinders the movie by any means. It was just one of those things you're just like, oh, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, because you get this fucking transformation and you see them transforming and they're fucking while they're transforming. It's like, oh, this is badass. And then boom, it looks like something from the fucking animated version of Lord of the Rings. And it's like, what the fuck is this?
I thought I was going in. I thought I started watching Beavis and Butthead when they were tripping in the desert or something, dude. Like, I didn't know what. So, like, I actually thought about it. I'm like, yo, you could have literally made that scene 1,000 times better with just easier camera work of like, you already have, I'm assuming, 2 werewolf costumes, like full-size werewolf costumes, correct? Okay, you can't do some silhouetted lighting fucking shots real quick and just do like a pan out instead of like having, like, you don't need to see that last second of transformation. You just don't. You know what I mean?
We didn't.
Maybe show one
They
more
could have just left
patch
it the way it was.
Yeah, maybe just show like an up close patch, just getting like super hairy, and also it's max hair, and then pan out, and they're werewolves fucking, and and then you can superset a moon in there because it's 81, whatever. But that could have been 1,000 times better than what the fuck they gave.
But even even the like you guys said, the pacing of the movie was fucking weird. Like I remember this movie the first time I watched it. My dad was like, "No, you cannot watch this movie." And I'm like, "Dad, let me watch it." I picked it, and he's like, "No."
That's literally only because there was Bush in it. That's it.
Well, that
Bush.
reason, yes, but he watched it before I did. Now, Dad didn't give a shit if I saw titties. He didn't care. Mom, on the other hand, whatever. But he's like, "No," because when Eddie changes into a werewolf, you're gonna get scared and you're gonna have fucking nightmares. I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm fine. This isn't gonna scare me. I've seen scarier stuff." It frightened me as a fucking child, and I had nightmares forever. That fucking smile Eddie had when he's transforming in the fucking doctor's office,
great,
bro.
That was like the Joker.
That is what I remember about this movie. And like I said, I haven't watched it since I was a kid, so I completely forgot that. I mean, honestly, this movie isn't that fucking great. It's a good movie, but it's not. And I used to always tell people, "Oh, it's the best werewolf movie ever." It's not. It's not at all.
No.
There's so many flaws with this flick. And I was just kind of like, wow, baby Scuba, you were a fucking little bitch. Like, this was not anything that should have scared you as a kid.
Yeah, but when you're a kid, dude, your imagination's way the fuck off the charts. So
And not only that, when you see a face go from normal to That's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
And that was
I
probably
mean, and
the
the effects were
longest,
great.
and it's possibly the
Yes.
longest werewolf transformation scene we've ever seen.
Yes. Yeah, very long.
Yeah.
Very long
Yeah.
and very slow.
It's
Like, just
longer than American
so-
Werewolf in London.
Yes.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that one, I feel like that one is a better werewolf transformation
Is it
because you get
because
to see the
like,
pain.
scene? Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, but these motherfuckers are past that point, dude. These guys are doing it for fun. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
think about it. Regardless of how much fun you're having with it, you're changing your joints.
Oh, dude, I'm not gonna say it.
I'm
doesn't
sorry. I'm
hurt,
28. I ain't got no joint problems. That hurts my joints,
but
and I don't even got to do it.
listen, I'm not saying like the old man would probably like changing into a werewolf, but those younger dudes, they probably get off on the fucking pain of turning it. You know what I mean, dude? It's probably like
Yeah.
a drug to them.
Well,
I would
that's
get that's just my guess. Like
So
might be-
what did you guys what was your feelings when that first scene happened with them in the booth? Like, you know, she's set up to
I had a
go
lot
meet
of
this
emotion
guy.
going on right
Like,
then in that booth, dude.
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that first section.
All
of
right,
the fucking
first and
movie.
foremost, what the fuck kind of porn are we watching? Because this is some weird ass rape shit,
That was
dude. and
that
I'm
was
just not
that was
cool with
very
that at
rapey
all.
porn.
Now,
So-
was that Eddie? Was that supposed to be Eddie in the video? Because he said, "Oh, she didn't." You know what I mean? Like, it made it seem like it was supposed to be him.
I kind of thought it was him, like from him saying it, but then it showed like as soon as it said it, it showed the close of the dude's face. And I'm like, doesn't look like him at all.
Yeah, it doesn't look. That wouldn't look like that.
But there was two dudes in it, and it only showed one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe at the same time, that's even more fucked up if that's the actual case.
That's a really fucked
He
up.
gave, but then that's probably how it works, right? Like they probably gave. I'm assuming like you would pick out whatever video, go give it to the projector or whatever, and they would put it in for your booth. So he could just give him his own. It's, I don't know. Not a way to personally welcome a person into talking to you. Just
Well,
saying.
this is also not supposed to be tea time party for her either.
Well, true
That's
that.
why.
But
But
you sent her to go talk to Eddie, you know, to get the scoop or whatever the fuck, because he's been fucking with, like, what? Why? And then I don't know, man. There's just so much wrong
So,
with it.
Clearly, she was wearing a wire. Like,
But
you know
why
that.
would she go in there? No.
Why wouldn't
especially
they
after a guy walked out.
Yes.
Well, why wouldn't they have backup already outside the joint of that she's at? Not trying to figure out where she's potentially
exactly.
They got to find the random street hooker. Oh yeah, she went right over there.
And then
No,
the cop was
like,
like, oh, we should be able to spot her. She's wearing lavender and blue or whatever the fuck he says.
Technically, they did get there in time.
They did.
But,
Yeah, but the one cop just shows up and just starts blasting.
He
away
could
with
have
the
killed
gun,
her.
Not
No,
caring
He
who
could
Eddie-
have killed her.
and what does he call? Oh, quick draw McGraw.
Yeah, that's it. Quick draw McGraw.
'Cause
That's
he
exactly
just-
what he
the
says.
door
to him.
wasn't even fucking open. He just starts
No,
shooting
dude, he
into
just
the
did-
fucking booth. Like, no remorse for whoever the fuck he's shooting. He just heard a noise and just started blasting.
Well,
like,
did they know? But they were looking for her specifically.
But no, and then they were looking for
So they
Eddie
knew
too.
she was
yeah, they knew she was meeting up with Eddie.
right.
But I don't think these two cops did.
No, they knew. They told him.
No,
because
they
that-
did because that's
Oh,
why
yeah,
they
that's
were
right, you're right,
dispatched
you're
out
right.
to go find him.
No,
But
you want to know what the real
He
concern?
did just go in there, fucking guns blazing, like.
Yo, he did. He pulled it right out and just started shooting. She wasn't even out the door yet.
Oh.
But let's just be real. The real concern of that scene, that fucking store owner, she scared all my customers away, man.
Yeah, I shouldn't have let
Right.
that bitch back here.
Shouldn't have let that broad in here.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? I just saying, like, for what the hell was the guy's name again? Eddie.
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 Eddie
Okay.
Quist.
I know Eddie obviously was like trying to be all like hot and heavy on her and shit. I'm just thinking, coming in with the rape porn was a little strong. She has my thoughts. Like,
I think if it was something a little more sensual, she might have been a little more calm. Why are we having that conversation?
I think that was the point. He wanted her to feel uncomfortable.
But she
More
seemed
so than she was
very
going in.
calm in that fucking scene.
really?
Again,
For
there's no
somebody who was
fear.
about to get
She was
raped,
fine.
she could have fucking yelled and screamed, and she's just like, I mean, fuck, I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. It was just,
Yeah,
And
when
I know
they-
it's a movie about
okay,
werewolves, so I
so
can't
she
say it
was wearing
wasn't
a-
believable.
She was
but
wearing a wire, and I don't know anything about wires in 1981, but could she also hear feedback? Like, could she hear that they knew that there was cops
don't think
coming?
I
so.
don't think she had the. I don't think she had.
I think no. I think her.
Okay.
Remember her earpiece at one point. I think kind of like broke off a little bit. Remember when they were listening to her and they couldn't hear her? That means she probably couldn't hear them either. Unless she just had a
Might be
wire
right,
recording where they could hear her.
I think it was just a
Or
wire
no.
recording. I don't remember her having an earpiece.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Like
there
I said,
being one
I
either.
wasn't sure. I didn't see one per se, but it also could have been under her hair. I don't remember if she like actually
Could have
showed
been,
both
yeah.
ears. Yeah, I don't. That was just a fucked up scene, dude. Like straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't quite the intro, but it almost was.
That's one thing I wish I could
And-
change is the fact that I would have liked to have known more about Eddie before that scene.
Yes.
And can I mention that this
just
is
a little
the-
bit?
This is the second werewolf movie that we have like a heavy montage of adult theaters and porn shops.
Well, yeah. Well, back then that was just the thing. I don't
but, like-
know why, but it was.
Out of all the movies we reviewed, it's been the two werewolf movies, most specifically. Like what? The
Werewolves
fuck?
are horny. What can you do?
I get
And the only other
mean,
movie that I
clearly.
remember was The Burning, but I wasn't here for that review.
Clearly, like I always thought, and like I said, I've never seen this till now. And Trick or Treat was always my hands down. Like I think that was my favorite werewolf transformation, and it still holds a top.
Don't talk about
But
it.
this
I'm gonna
one
need-
kind of takes the cake for how fucking hilariously awesome it is.
That's true.
Because, I mean, dude, if you're gonna turn into a werewolf, fucking's the way to go, right? I mean,
I
out of
mean,
anything.
I mean,
I-
and was that like the final step to him fully
Now, my
transforming, was
question
having
is-
to fuck her?
Now,
I don't
my
know,
thing
but
is,
that's a good step. I'll take it.
if they allowed Big Johnny D to shoot this, I would say shoot it like I said earlier, with like actually using the two costumes.
But doggy
But dude,
style.
Thank you.
Of
You
course.
need to pan out with doggy
Has to be.
style.
Has to be. I
Like,
was thinking.
wait,
that
wait.
too.
Is this the- wait, wait.
dude.
The
wait,
missed
how could you-
opportunity.
Wait, does
Missed
that mean
opportunity.
So does that mean instead of the hot moan, it's oh,
Yes, exactly what it should have been.
Dude, no, it would be hand from the back, and then they both like howl at the moon in unison, but it looks like one of those wolf posters where one's like a little
Yes.
lower than the other one on the rock or something.
And then when they try to walk away from each other, they're stuck.
Coming in
Oh my God.
2022,
All right,
the
hold on.
Johnny
I gotta
D
read this
version.
one. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
shit! I'll read it out.
All right, Brody
Oh.
Keane. I went to an underground sex shop exactly like this one in Melbourne. I walked into the booth, and the smell of semen was fucking on the nose. It was straight fuck.
Oh,
It smelled like straight up bleach and
just
so-
and dead babies all over the
and
place.
just
Wait, no, it's bleach and dead
oh.
tadpoles.
oh my fucking
bleach
and
God.
genocide.
Ah, so
If
all
we
right,
don't get taken down for that, I am gonna have a problem.
so
Continue on.
besides the sex scene, dude, like, all right, you guys said the pacing was off. I'll agree with that. It was just, it felt very slow at times. Then it
It
felt
did.
very like, fuck yeah, dude. Like when shit started getting real, like it was good. Like,
Yeah.
especially
there-
the third act. Like a lot of movies fail in the third act. I feel like this one actually brought it back pretty decent. Like,
Yeah,
not,
because there's
Somewhat.
almost an hour where almost nothing happens.
yeah,
This is
Or
it's
they're
true,
just,
yeah.
chilling at the colony,
it's just like
which
seductive looks in like the beginning of like, ooh, he's gonna do some shit.
I mean, and that's like
and-
highly suspect. Go to the colony. Really? The
Who
colony?
calls it a colony?
You know
Like-
what? I'm not gonna lie. I stepped out for literally 1 second, came back in, and I was just like, wait, where the fuck are they? And my wife's even like, she was on her phone and she was like, I don't fucking know. I was like, how the fuck they get here? Like, dude, it was literally that quick. It was just like, hey, you should go here. All right. And we're here. Oh, what the fuck? Just so yeah, don't blink during that scene. And
Man, I have I may as well bring this part as a question, but why the fuck was her friend, that Terry chick, why was she allowed to just come up and stay there? Like he said, it was for his own private special.
Yeah,
I
for
think
his
it's because
patient.
she was.
patience.
I think it's because she was a friend of hers.
right, like a friend contact, like he allowed, like that's why she had a call from his office.
Well, I mean, and he
maybe?
had to have known that they were gonna kill her to begin with, so that's why he didn't give a fuck. because even with
Well,
her
wait, were they
going
going to
there,
kill her or did they want to turn her?
They wanted
'Cause I
to
thought
turn her.
wanted to
They
turn
want
her.
they wanted to turn
Right.
her.
well, no, I'm talking about her Terry.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, they were just going to get rid of her anyways because they were trying to turn Karen to begin with. So I guess it didn't fucking matter who showed up because in the long run there wasn't
was
going to
gonna-
be nobody
yeah.
to talk about it.
No.
Yeah, but the doctor was the one that was against killing people. Everybody else wanted to kill
he
him.
was.
Oh yeah,
He-
true that.
Yeah.
He went the and I mean, even though this movie came way beforehand, but we've seen a lot of like tropes with that, especially with like just villain type. Like, okay, I instantly thought of Blade when everybody was like, dude, fuck you, we don't want to do this lifestyle. Like that was like Deacon Frost was like, no man, fuck this pussy ass lifestyle of living in the shadows. Like we should rule this shit. And I always love that mentality. I don't know why.
Well,
You know what I
mean,
mean? Like,
you got to think these they're animals. You
I know,
regardless of
right,
if they're
like-
humans or not, they're fucking animals. So to repress their natural urge to want to just go out there and just fucking kill,
right, just
then
hunt,
it's never
like-
gonna
Yeah.
be successful. Never,
No.
never gonna fucking be successful.
That's
It's
like you
like-
trying to actually replace meat with like soy products. Just never
Fuck that.
It's like
Exactly.
it's like replacing something that goes zzz without the real thing.
Exactly.
I don't know if you could argue that one. There's a lot of crazy shit out there. with that.
I mean, that's fine that there is, but just so you know that if you do that all the time, you'll never.
Yeah, I know. I guess.
Anyway,
I'll take your word for that, buddy. Oh shit. Anyways, let's fucking flip this bitch upside down and go down under.
That's all well and good, boys, but
Oh, yeah.
Katie's cutting in.
Snip, fucking snip.
Well, howdy doody there, gentlemen. It is I, your DKB, back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about The Howling. Now, The Howling is one of them films that I'd watched many, many years ago and didn't like it. But upon reviewing it tonight, I really, really appreciate it on so many levels. And I will start off by saying the premise of this film is fan-bloody-tastic. It's something unique for the werewolf genre, a little bit different, and I like different. Now, the acting of our lead, Dee Wallace, I mean, you can't fault her in this. She always brings a fucking A game to any film she stars in, and yeah, she really delivers in this film. Now, her heroic co-star alongside of her, Dennis Dugan, bit of a fun fact for you. The director of Happy Gilmore and other such films in the Happy Madison production, it's definitely threw me off guard. But yeah, sorry, Chad Daddy, I beat you to the punch on that one, mate. Anyway,
No, you
let's
didn't.
move over to the practical effects of this film. Fuck me, practical effects. They bring all they've got to this. It is fantastic and entertaining to watch. It's really horrifying to see these the human anatomy transform into a werewolf, and I honestly believe that the werewolf transformations in this film are better than American Werewolf in London. Don't shoot me, please. It's a little bit of controversy me saying that, but I really do. And I'll just say, for instance, put this in your mind. When Dennis Dugan actually runs into the lead werewolf, and then he's got half his face missing due to the fucking acid that Dee Wallace throws on him, you see his bone structure.
Mm-hmm.
Look closely when he starts to transform into the werewolf. You see his bone structure start to move. They went into the fine detail of making his jawline actually start to get longer and his cheekbones grow and push out through the skin. As you see that body horror is fucking fantastic. And if you know me as well as you think you fucking do, you'll know that I love body horror. Like hashtag Cronenberg shit. But yeah,
Except for the eyeball
it's probably
stuff.
my favorite
Yeah.
subgenre of the horror genre, and that's the one thing they get right the most in this film, and it delivers every day of the fucking week, and it makes my dick hard. It's sinister and badass. The werewolf design now. They're fucking intimidating. I mean, an 8-foot werewolf standing over you is better than one that crawls around on all floors with its 4 fucking legs every day of the week. I do believe Dog Soldiers might have got that idea for this one. Probably my favourite werewolf film.
Yep.
Neither here or there. But yeah, the cinematography of this film is fantastic. I mean, very basic shots, but it's more so probably the lenses that they used on this to give it that dreamlike haze, whether you're watching the forest of the exterior forest day or night shots or interior day or night hut shots. And I think that's what they really sell that on, especially for the werewolf transformation scenes, the way it's all lit. It's incredibly detailed and superbly done, and the final payoff is fucking amazing. But yeah, overall, I'm going to give it a Gore and More score of a 4.3 this week. Yeah, great.
Nice.
Film.
Wow.
If you haven't seen it, I
Nice.
highly recommend it. So anyway, this is DKB signing out, and I'll catch you guys next week. Cheers.
Bye, baby.
Cheers, buddy, and thank you once again.
I would actually say that as much as we have some issues with this one, I actually think this is a very fair score. Very fair score.
Yep.
I was much better than I was expecting.
I was expecting mid threes personally.
I would have from him. I was
Yeah,
expecting
that's what I was
a
thinking.
4 tops.
Okay.
But he went above that.
I mean, this movie has a lot. Like he says, it's got the transformation is great. It's a great transformation. Now, I didn't like the look of Dee Wallace at the end of the movie when she transformed. She looked
like a little fuzzy kitty I wanted to pet.
Yeah,
it did look like a cat. It was a little,
her snout wasn't elongated the way the other werewolves were. So I don't know if that had to do with budget.
That was her choice. That was her choice. That was her choice.
It's maybe the gold eyes as well. Was the gold eyes also part of the choice? Okay.
Well,
I thought that was weird.
Oh no, he didn't have gold eyes.
Green.
I don't think they all had gold eyes.
No,
she
they
had
had green.
Weird,
green.
like metallic gold eyes. Like,
she wanted
like
to be
different. She looked like a fucking Pomeranian.
And yeah, she did. That's exactly what she looked like. But how fucking cool was that scene to transform like in front of everybody on TV, and people were just like, "Oh, hey, look."
See, now that makes me wish that Eddie Quists was on TV.
Because I think that would have been a little bit more horrifying had they got a werewolf that looked like the werewolves that we saw beforehand. Because she was not terrifying at all. Like,
no.
If my news reporter was to turn into that, I'd laugh. I'd be like,
I would be too. I'd be like, oh shit. This is what we got to deal with.
I'd be more terrified of like she turned into that and then somebody just blew her head off. Like,
oh yeah,
whoa,
that would be more terrifying,
right? Like, that's the fuck moment.
I mean, and there was a lot of cool parts of this flick, and there was, like I said, there was some dumb shit too. The animated scene, which I get it, but if you didn't have the money for it, you didn't need to do it. We could like, with what we saw, just transition to the next scene. It would have been fine.
Yep, you could have just showed the top of a fire and a pan up to the moon, and then like, okay,
and a couple of howls or some shit.
Yeah,
and it would have been fine.
The stop motion werewolves as they're escaping the colony at the end also were pretty bad.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't remember this from watching this years ago.
Yeah,
remind me. I'm brain farting here for a second. Like,
when they're driving away in the cop, after the fire and they're driving away in the cop car, there's a shot of like 3 really, really bad stop motion werewolves.
Yes. Like, I mean, dude, I know we shed on this a little bit, but this movie wasn't bad overall.
No, it's not.
Not at all.
No.
The horror level was definitely, I enjoyed it. The like I said, first time watching it, it was a little slow, but the parts that when it did pick up, third act mainly, like shit got real. And the effects alone were just like, dude, when he came in with that fucking acid face, I was just like,
that was fucking horrifying. And it looked like so, I mean, it was done so well. But I mean, wasn't Rick Baker like a guest or a consultant on the film?
Yeah, he was originally supposed to do this, but he left it for American Werewolf in London, so he let Rob Bottin do it.
Yeah. So
where do we know him from, gentlemen? Where do we know him from? You know him.
You know, Bob.
Seriously, you don't know? None of you know.
The
Thing.
Fair enough. All right.
Oh, he's done a lot.
I'm sorry, dude. I am terrible with names. You can never rely on me for that.
I'm signing off. Good night.
Good night. Yeah. No, sir. I don't like it. Fuck it, dude. I don't know. Like,
it's still a great flick. It's a great flick. It is one of the better werewolf movies. The transformations are great.
I'm not
a little long.
I bought it. I'll say that for sure.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Like I'm excited to watch the behind the scene documentaries and shit on it.
Yeah.
I would say it's a top 10 for sure.
Definitely.
Top 10 werewolf. Absolutely.
Dude, there's no. I don't even know if I could name 10 werewolf movies that I've seen personally to even.
I could.
Really? I'm not saying there's not enough out there. I'm just saying I haven't personally.
Oh, they're out there.
You
just gotta watch.
Like
you got to sit through some really shitty ones though.
You do. Oh, you do.
Yeah, I can throw on Silver
will.
Bullet, but then I got like only like maybe like the Underworld's Dog Soldiers, which definitely would be like top for me.
American Werewolf in London.
You know, I like this better.
The Howling Wolf.
Cursed.
I feel like I've
Cursed.
never seen.
I forgot about Cursed.
I've never seen Cursed either. Everybody forgets about Cursed.
Even Bad Moon's not terrible either.
I've never seen Ginger Snaps.
I did not like the ending of Bad Moon though.
The ending not so much, but the movie itself was good.
Is that marsupials, Brody?
Brody, yes, it was Werewolves, dude.
Ugh.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And then the fourth Howling is the one that's actually true to the actual book that was written.
And it's a pretty good movie too.
Okay.
I watched that a lot back on Showtime.
I just remember walking into my video store and seeing all of the Howling VHS tapes, and the covers were so fucking cool. Like the artwork on the cover was fucking great.
But the fourth one I found the creepiest because of the eyes that are just on the cover.
Yeah.
Like that was the creepiest looking one.
Yeah.
Can I myself going into this movie, I think was hilarious too, because this is where my bar was set. You guys haven't told me a lot, which is fine, and I appreciate that. But what I've always known is my old man took my mom to see this on a date before they were married and everything like that.
Ooh.
Right. So my dad likes horror, not like to the levels I do, but he enjoys it. My mom, on the other hand, is abso-fucking-lutely not. Like at all. So knowing that, and then going in to watch this movie the first time, I'm just instantaneously, dude, in that porn shop. I'm like, I'm surprised my mom even fucking sat through this movie, dude. Like, no fucking way.
But you got to remember, this is before she was a mom.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, she was still very militant, dude. She just had that lifestyle growing up, and she's just not. Like, she watches TCM and all that shit, dude. She likes her class. Like, she'll do Star Trek. Like, she likes sci-fi, but she doesn't do like horror and everything. Like I can never get her to watch Alien.
You mean horror in a porn shop horror?
No, I wasn't 9 months then. 81. No, I was a few years after that, buddy. But
well, just think, it all started on one night at a horror movie because it was cuddle up.
The fact that she stuck around with him after the fact I was like, that shows something, because
that's promising.
Yeah, I almost kind of I got to ask her about it. I'm like, yo, like, do you remember watching that movie? What were your thoughts?
Oh, that would have been a cool little side piece here.
Right?
Yes, that would have been a nice review to have. Like,
Mama D's.
Yeah, right. My mom would literally just like side eye me and just walk away. I was like, all right, that's the review. And
I'm just laughing because I think all I could think of was her just looking at Johnny and saying, well, let me just say, your dad took me to see this, and 9 months later, you popped out.
Yeah, right. No,
that's how it went.
Unless they saw let's see. I was 85. Which Howling came out in 84? Maybe it was that one.
Well, I think they. Oh no, that was a different movie. Never mind. I was gonna say I thought they maybe have re-released it.
I was hoping it would be like around the time like Terminator came out, and then maybe I came out like 10 months later or something. But anyways, should we take a peek behind the curtain?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's see. We already mentioned that Rob Bottin did the effects after Rick Baker left. Robert Picardo improvised the line, "I want to give you a piece of my mind," before pulling the bullet out of his head. Nice. There were times during shooting when he was very despondent about the hours he had to spend in makeup. In one of the special edition DVD features, he said that one day after spending 6.5 hours in the makeup chair, he was thinking he trained at Yale, 2 leading roles on Broadway, his first acting role in California, his face gets melted off in a low-budget horror movie. All the crew had to say to that was, "Bob, next time read the script all the way through first."
That was the first behind-the-scenes thing I saw last night when I looked on my... Yeah, that's hilarious.
Read the script first next.
That's awesome.
Fair enough.
Sometimes you need that money.
Yes, sir. In a scene where Terry calls Chris from Dr. Wagner's office, we see a picture of Lon Chaney Jr. on the wall. Chaney played the Wolfman in 5 movies. The Wolfman in 41, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. He was the only actor that played a Universal monster in the original movie and many of the sequels.
Hot damn.
So he was the Kane Hodder of Wolfman.
Yes.
There you go.
This was Dick Miller's favorite of all of his movies.
Really? He's only in it for what? 5 minutes?
Yeah. I would have thought Gremlins would have been his favorite.
He's also in the
Right?
Burbs. He's also in the Burbs.
Actually, I
there's a lot
thought fucking Night of the Demons
Yeah.
would have been his favorite personally.
He was also in Night of the Creeps, which you'll see, Johnny.
Yeah, but in Night of the Demons,
We'll
he was
see that
surrounded by
next
titties.
week.
Oh, is that next week's movie?
That is
Wait, I
next
thought
week's movie.
Texas was next week. Is Night of the Creeps next week?
Let me double
When
check.
the fuck is Texas?
What's Texas?
Texas is October 18th. Next week is Night of the Creeps.
Wait, what Texas?
Titties.
What's Texas is the
2.
18th? No, I can't
Part
tell.
2,
baby.
Oh.
Pretty woman. All right.
Continue.
Oh shit! Sorry, I lost my place here. Hold on.
No, you're fine.
So I swapped screens to look at the
schedule.
Our schedule. Yeah. Let's see. The final transformation had to be done all in close up because the movie had exceeded its budget by then, and this had to be shot in Joe Dante's office because they had no money for sets anymore.
That's hot.
Oh, shit.
Hot, but it came out pretty good too.
Yeah. Fucking was awesome.
Well, I'm guessing it was the last transformation, so it was her turning into the Pomeranian.
Oh, that one?
That one.
Oh, I thought you meant like his actually in the doctor's office. I'm like, well, that would make sense because yeah, that was just a lackluster transformation for sure.
I was honestly, I was expecting something very grotesque when I first saw it, and I'm like, I didn't realize we had chihuahuas.
She was the first domesticated werewolf, dude. That's why she started getting a shorter snout.
Well, you know what that means? A sex drive goes up.
Ooh.
Does
Continue.
it? I don't know.
Oh, I'm not. I don't
know
know
nothing of dog breeding. I'll take your word for that.
I don't know of it either.
Because of their work in this movie, Joe Dante and Michael Fennell received the opportunity to make Gremlins for Spielberg in '84. That movie actually references the Howling with a smiley face image on a refrigerator door, which Eddie Quist leaves the yellow smiley face stickers wherever he went as his calling card. Also, James McCrell's character as the news reporter Lou Landers appears in both the Howling and Gremlins, suggesting that both movies share the same universe.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
How do you say that? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he looks familiar.
I want to see a werewolf gremlin.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
that'd be fucking horrifying.
I mean, we already saw a spider gremlin, dude, and that was awesome.
And that was good enough.
That was fucking horrifying.
We saw a female gremlin. We saw a female gremlin that Eddie from this movie fucked.
That's
yeah.
Robert Picardo.
Oh
no,
they fucked. They fucked.
We never got Gremlins 3 yet, but we will.
Yeah.
There is no doubt they fucked.
Dude, imagine if they actually bring that round that back, and she actually is like pregnant, or like
God, fuck.
Or was pregnant at one point, and now they're like the government has some weird like human
little mutant gremlin babies.
I don't know how
it's the new Gizmo. That's how they made original Gizmo.
No,
Gizmo's a fucking alien.
Leave Gizmo alone.
Actually,
he's a fucking alien.
Could you imagine?
Actually,
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mogwais are aliens
from another planet.
In the novelization, it says that they were created to seed other planets.
Oh, and look what happened.
They are space aliens.
So, like as a weapon.
I don't think it's
hopefully they go down, spawn, and then like make like
it's not like the deadly spawn. It's not like the alien is a weapon.
Oh. I was like, yo, dude, they doing like straight up like symbiote crap or whatever like that.
But there are sequences in the book where the Mogwais are having like full on conversations with each other.
Yeah,
it's actually a really good book. It explains a lot that you never knew.
That's interesting, and yeah. Maybe I'll have to look for that. What else we got, buddy?
Continuing, the coroner tells a story about a case named Stuart Walker. Stuart Walker was the director of Werewolf of London in 1935, the first Hollywood werewolf movie of the sound era.
Oh, nice.
This movie and Howling 4 are both based on the same novel. Interestingly enough, Howling 4 actually represents the more faithful adaptation of the novel than this does.
Yeah, that's talked about a lot.
So Do I have to watch 2 and 3? Can I just skip right to 4? Like just to see?
I don't think any of them tie in together, do they?
2 ties into this because Karen, is it her name Karen?
The Mama Wolf.
Yeah.
That's Marsha.
That's Marsha.
No. Dee Wallace, her character.
Oh, Karen. Yeah, Karen.
Yeah, it's her brother in the second one.
Trying to figure out what happened to her, probably, or whatever, I'm guessing.
Pretty much. The Howling 3, I have no fucking clue. I've actually never seen it.
It's marsupials.
Yes.
I want to see it, honestly, because of that. Like,
marsupials.
Werewolves. Kangaroos are scary enough as it fucking is, dude. Like, now you're going to have weird human hybrids of them? Mm-mm.
Onward.
Okay, continuing on. In one scene, Earl Kenton mentions UFOs and cattle mutilation. Around the time he wrote the screenplay for The Howling, John Sayles was also working on a screenplay for Spielberg known as Night Skies, which involved UFOs and cattle mutilations. However, the project was dropped when Spielberg chose to make E.T. instead.
Now, was that a real cow?
It looked real.
Because if that was not a real cow that they had mutilated, that was legit.
It looked real.
The effects on that were fucking great. If that was not a real cow,
that's a good question.
Like, I feel like some animals were harmed in the making of this fucking movie.
I mean, you could easily go to a butcher shop and be like, "Yo, dude, have you got a cow? Yeah, we got
not one with fur on it."
No, they could have went to just a farm and said, have any cattle ready for butcher, and they'll say, yeah, here, and they probably just bought it for them because they're raised for slaughter anyway. It's not any animal cruelty.
Right. So if you just show a quick shot of it, you're like, oh, there it is. Cool. We got some gore. All right, keep going.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who wants steaks?
Yeah, I did. Dude, whatever.
Okay, continuing on. Dee Wallace and Christopher Stone were engaged in real life when shooting this movie.
Oh,
really?
What happened?
Yeah. They did get married because she was Dee Wallace Stone for years. And did anyone else think that he kind of looked like a great value Tom Atkins?
Yes.
Yo, I was thinking
it was the stash.
Yes. It was the stash.
It was.
Yep. Makes me wonder how Tom Atkins would have been in this role.
Oh, the movie would have been way better.
Tom Atkins would have been way better, and he would have delivered a way harsher bitch slap.
Yep. Tom Atkins would have been fucking every woman in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, right in front of everybody too.
Yeah,
he'd have I'm Tom Atkins. I got the stash.
He would have been the role reversal of what's her name, Mama Wolf. There,
he would have been Marsha.
Oh yeah,
Marsha. Yeah,
we're like, oh, you think you're a sexaholic? Come here, bitch.
Right. She'd be like, I can't take it no more.
We love Tom Atkins, and we get a little bit of Tom Atkins next week. So
in his favorite role.
I think not only that, not just his favorite role; it's my favorite role of his.
I'm excited.
You're gonna.
And after that, 2 weeks after that, Tom Atkins.
Fuck yeah, we do. If you think Halloween 3 sucked, it's only because Tom Atkins fucked your mother.
Continuing on, to add to the hidden puns to this movie, there's a book placed near a phone during one scene. The book is Howl by Allen Ginsberg. Also during the scene, and Bill and Karen are in bed together. Bill is reading You Can't Go Home Again by Thomas Wolfe.
Did y'all notice the Wolf brand chili?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The cop was eating fucking Wolf brand chili. I was like, hey.
Art director Robert A. Burns had previously worked on the sets for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. In fact, many of the set dressings for this movie holdovers from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, most notably the corpse in the armchair scene in Walter Paisley's bookstore.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that is Grandma Sawyer.
No shit.
Fun little story here.
I want a bookstore where I can just go get silver bullets, by the way. Can I just say that?
Like legit silver bullets that were they had so much silver he didn't even know what to charge for them. It's like, hey, I gotta ask a jeweler what you this for. Bill me.
I like what he says. You want books? I got books. I got it over here. I got it over there. What do you want?
That's right.
And he never once fucking reloaded that gun.
Mm-mm.
Shh,
No.
it's a movie.
I don't know.
We don't look at it that way.
No, because he shot definitely over 10 times solid.
Oh yeah. It's the movie making magic.
Yeah. Anyways. Chad Daddy, what else we got, buddy?
Director Joe Dante been very critical of the book the movie's based on. He did many interviews talking about how the book wasn't very good and how they improved it in the movie. One day at the Hollywood Scriptwriting Institute for a lecture, he started talking and bad-mouthing the book. A man raised his hand from the audience and said, "So you don't like the book, huh?" And Dante said, "Well, no, not really," to which the man in the audience replied, "Because I wrote that book." The man in the audience was none other than Gary Bradner, the man who wrote the book and its 2 sequels, of course. Dante was caught by the author on television.
Damn.
Yo, that's a bad day.
And
At the same time, go ahead.
You know for a fact that the author went in there to confront him about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was
but
no
at the same time,
coincidence.
like, what if he stuck to his guns? He's like, "Yeah, dude, your book sucked." And just started like fucking.
It's Joe Dante. He very well might have.
Right. God,
Yeah, but then why would they go back and make a 4th movie based exactly on that book? So something was made amiss somewhere.
Yeah, but who directed the 4th one? Was it Dante again?
No, but just in general.
Right.
The sad part is I wouldn't even call this movie a loosely based on the book. He just took the name of the book, to be honest with you, because this movie has nothing to do with any of the plot.
Pretty much.
Never read it, so I don't know.
However, Gary Bradner, who wrote the novel this was based on, actually wrote the screenplay. What the fuck?
Screenplay. The screenplay.
Wrote the screenplay for Howling 2, the only installment in the series in which he was a screenwriter.
Oh,
nice.
John Carradine, who played Earl Kenton in this, actually has a long career in horror movies, going all the way back. He was Count Dracula in House of Frankenstein. In this, so he played Count Dracula in House of Frankenstein, directed by Earl Kenton. In this movie, he plays a werewolf named Earl Kenton. He actually his career goes so far back, he had uncredited roles in The Bride of Frankenstein and The Invisible Man.
Oh wow, Jesus. That's good shit right there.
Oh damn, that's awesome.
Although, and yes, and if you're wondering, yes, he is the father of David Carradine.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Wait, Partridge Family, right?
No, David Carradine.
No, that's David Cassidy.
David Cassidy, Jesus Christ.
Kung Fu.
David Carradine, Kung Fu, Kill
Bill.
Bill.
Jesus fuck, yeah, sorry.
Let's see. Elizabeth Brooks was to reprise her role as Marcia in Howling 2, as she initially agreed to the sequel, but later backed out. She was suffering from pelvic inflammatory disease at the time, and her friend Krista McNichol's influence on her had a bearing on this failed salary negotiations. So we almost did have a continue. Didn't happen.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have werewolf sex.
I was thinking the same thing.
And I'm going to say it.
It's all that fucking fur rubbing, dude. Just chafe action.
Okay, so we have Roger Corman. He did a uncredited cameo. He was the man waiting to use the telephone.
Oh, nice.
Forrest J. Ackerman, cameo. He was the person holding the copies. He was actually in the bookstore, copies of Famous Monster of Filmland. That was his actual magazine. Like he read Famous Monsters back then. John Sayles the scriptwriter had a cameo that when Karen turns into the wolf on the news, there's cuts a couple in the living room watching the broad. Sorry, no, he was the morgue attendant. Mick Garris played the father in the living room watching the broadcast.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Sorry, I was having a little trouble reading my own notes here.
Having a hard time.
A lot of little hidden actors all here.
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, the reason for Karen White looking different from the other werewolves is because it was Dee Wallace's idea. She told the crew she didn't want to be an ugly werewolf, but a pretty and feminine one. Rob Bottin had difficulty coming on with the new design, and it ended up looking like a female Wookiee.
Yep.
Could you imagine? I would love to hear his shit. All right, that dude got told that and then drove home. I want to be in the car just hearing him bitch about how fucking stupid and ridiculous this is going to be to pull that off. Because I'm telling you, dude, that dude is fucking fuming at that point. Like, cute fucking werewolf? What the fuck is this?
She looked like a fucking teddy bear. I mean, she straight up had Wookiee face.
Yeah.
Wookiee face.
Wookiee.
It's like that weird like Star Wars sex line back in the day. It's like, ooh, you like
Ooh.
Wookiees?
You like Wookiees?
Very nice.
Anyways,
And finally, a comic book series published by Space Goat Productions entitled The Howling, Revenge of the Werewolf Queen was published in May of 2017, acting as a direct sequel to the original film and ignoring all of the sequels after.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to see if
2017.
I can
That's
find
actually
that.
that's still pretty recent. Not too bad.
That's pretty
Only a
recent.
few
Probably
years,
pretty
only
easy
a
to
few
find.
years back.
No shit.
About
Yeah,
4
buddy.
years
Awesome.
back.
So can I say something I noticed? And I never knew. So Norelco, we all know Norelco. They do shaving products. Okay.
Mhm.
I had no idea that they made fucking video cameras back in the fucking 80s because all the television cameras were fucking Norelco cameras.
Mhm.
Oh. Boy, that's a huge jump from video cameras to shaving products.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like Kodak do that too? Like they weren't film or anything like that. Like there's
I always thought Kodak
crazy
was
different.
film.
Right. They were crazy different. And then all of a sudden they like jumped the film, and then they were the granddaddy of film or something like that.
I just thought that was
I don't
kind of
That was
cool
pretty
little
cool.
tidbit.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
dude. I did not notice that. So thank you for that, buddy.
No.
Alrighty. So
On to the
gentlemen,
questions.
what format was this watched on?
Amazon, actually.
I watched it on Amazon as well. I got a subscription to movie something or other to watch it for free.
I did the AMC.
Yeah.
So, but it was the SD version.
SD
correct?
version, yeah.
Yeah.
SD 90-minute version. So I don't know what 1 minute was missing because it says 91 minutes, but the version that I watched in SD was 90 minutes.
Yeah, same.
Just one more extra second, 1 more minute of werewolf sex.
I watched
scenes.
the Scream Factory Blu-ray, but it was like I said, the very basic 2-pack with the fog with 0 extras.
Nice. I also watched the Scream Factory Blu-ray. However, I got this new nice one that Scuba Steve also has.
Yes,
but could not
goddamn.
fucking watch. Dude, I would have ran out. Yeah, there it is, buddy. I would honestly ran out and bought like a cheap Blu-ray player.
Yeah,
if not a
I
nice
thought
4K
about
one.
it, man, but it was already it was already late. I didn't feel like going anywhere. I was chilling, So I was just like,
That's
fuck
fine.
it.
It's one of those ones you're like, I'm not going to fucking Walmart. Or it's
No.
I had already been to Walmart twice that day, so it
Ew.
wasn't gonna happen again.
All
That's
the
more
fact-
than
the
enough.
fact that you had to
Yeah,
go a
blame
second
you.
time already sucks. Like, so yeah, no, thank you. And then we're gonna go old school. Woo, there we go.
There you go.
I love that they do that, dude.
Yeah, that's always great.
Like, I feel like going classic. All
All
right, douche of the film.
The husband.
Yeah, he was a douche. He cheated. Douche. Yeah.
And he fucking slapped her for it too, like for calling
Yeah,
him
he
out.
Yeah, you can't even say the doctor because he wasn't there to kill.
No, he was there. He's like, we're gonna make you a wolf, but we're chill wolves
Because we want you to understand.
That seemed kind of out of place. He wanted to make her a werewolf, but he wanted to live among the people. That's a conflict of interests.
Well, he just wanted to live his normal life, which is what I would do if I was a werewolf, as I've stated, which is why I would rather be a werewolf than a vampire, because I continue living my normal life.
Mhm.
When I have to feed, I'm gonna go and be a lethal protector, and just feed off of bad guys.
Has there ever been a comic?
Nice callback
where
to Venom,
there's-
by the way.
Has there ever been a comic where like there's been a good werewolf like
Wolf
that?
Cop. Not a comic. I don't know.
I do have Wolf Cop, and I've never actually watched that.
Same.
Watch
it.
that.
Watch it.
It was in the dollar bin at dollar store, dude. I was like,
Watch
you
it.
know what? I gotta get this. What the hell? I know I need to.
It's one of those. Okay, so you loved fucking Stan versus Evil.
Oh, I know I'm gonna love it.
Okay,
Like,
you'll love Wolf Cop.
yeah, I know I already am. I just need to like actually sit my ass down and watch the fucker. That was actually almost gonna be my pick this year. I even remember telling Chad Daddy, I was like, I could do Wolf Cop. Then I was like,
Yeah, but then you gave in to Heather and decided to do
I
American
did.
Werewolf instead.
which I'm glad I did, but at the same time, I still like this movie better.
There's always next year.
It's coming up quick.
Yeah.
I've already thought about next year picks potentially. Dude.
So have I. I've thought of a few.
And I'm already apologizing in advance, but there's definitely going to be a Sasquatch pick in there at least once or twice. Maybe
Just
at
make
least
it
once. At least
just
once.
make
No,
just
you
make
say
it
oh
one of the
no.
sci-fi
No,
ones, and
you
we'll be
say
good.
oh no, but all I'm going to say is director of Blair Witch Project. So
We'll discuss this later. Continuing on.
but favorite kill in the Howling.
Oh, the girl who got mutilated in the doctor's office.
Yeah, that was my biggest complaint about this movie is there was not nearly enough werewolf carnage.
No.
At
Not
all.
at all.
No,
Because
there
really,
wasn't.
I mean,
That was the
she's
only
really
thing.
the only person who died. Who else died?
Just the werewolves, I think.
The werewolves.
Yeah.
They got shot.
Yeah.
And
One
Say
shot,
the husband
one kill.
got bit, but obviously he got turned.
And could the fire kill the werewolves? Did any werewolves die in the fire?
Well, we
I
had
wanna
3 of them
say-
come back to the car.
I almost want to say yes because they said they found a bunch of corpses, but that doesn't mean they could just regenerated in
Yeah.
the morgue like Eddie did.
But they did say fire does kill him because that's how the old guy wanted to commit suicide because he's like, just let
Also
me
true.
burn. He's like, it's the only way.
Oh yeah, true.
So that I would say it's silver or fire.
Or both.
Yeah, so I
Well,
think
yeah.
Terry's, but other than the werewolf, Terry's the only real kill that we get.
You're
Which
right.
Eddie toyed with her so much that when he actually finally killed her, it was kind of anticlimactic in the way that he did kill her.
Right?
I'm not gonna lie, the scariest part of her scene, she's got the papers in her hands, and you just see this fucking fur hand come and take it like,
Yeah, take it like, I'll take that. Thank you.
and then he's sitting there
That was
smiling as a
awesome.
werewolf, and I'm like, if any one of us big guys were in there, we'd be on the floor.
I'd have shit
crying.
myself right then and there. You want to make me shit? That's how I shit right there.
I'd be like, shit. Like, I just had a werewolf take papers out of my hands.
I mean, that is kind of the only kill. I want to say, like, and once again, like, this would be like it'd have to be a big Johnny D reshoot, but like, I would take the kill at the end and make that fucking just like crazy headshot. Like, you see the newscasters actually get sprayed by that chick's blood while she's a
Scanner
werewolf.
style.
Like, yeah,
That's what I was
just
thinking too.
like, and then that's like, you just see that dick who was next to her just like dripping in her blood, and then it like fades to black. Like, it'd be, I want that kill.
I like
But I'm gonna probably have to go with your guys.
But see, okay,
because that's
so-
we only got the only kill. The only kill we got was the one chick. So
Yeah,
This made me think of something that you just said that right now. Okay, so to kill a werewolf, you have to shoot them with silver.
correct.
Does the bullet have to stay in the body to be effective?
I feel like it would have to be for at least a certain amount of time. And I'm only
Because
going
if he
basis
shot
off
her
of
from that
Underworld
close
logic.
and the bullet went all the way through, depending on how powerful the rifle is that he shot her with, the bullet would have went just straight through, meaning that, yeah, while she was shot with silver, doesn't necessarily mean that the bullet stayed in her to keep her dead.
Whenever you fire a bullet, pieces of that bullet will stay where it gets shot, no matter how small.
Okay. All right, fair.
So think about it.
And-
Silver is strong, but you're coming out of a barrel.
Well, also
There's going to be
if
fragments of it.
it depends on how deep into the flesh it is, essentially. Because, like, okay, they can regenerate it out probably if it's just, it's like he pulled it out of his head, but he's got his bone to pick there. But if it's like internal organs, that shit's deep. I would imagine it would be like blood poisoning essentially at a point.
More or
All right,
less, yeah.
Fair. It just made me think.
It'd be a slower it'd be a slower death for sure, unless it actually is like a kill shot, like right to the dome piece. Which, can I talk about the regeneration thing? Because I kind of was like, my wife even called it out. She's like, his back is gonna he's gonna get caught with his back scratches, the fucking husband there. And I was like, yeah, but he's a werewolf. Like, they're just scratches. They said he can regrow an arm in 3 fucking days. You think scratches would heal in like 20 fucking minutes? But sure as shit, they didn't. So I was kind of.
But how
on
deep
that.
were the scratches?
They weren't that deep. Not from what she did. They weren't that deep.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was only a few hours, so still maybe it needed like a day, but
Maybe.
I don't know. That was a fun scene.
All right,
All
best
right.
scene.
Best scene. Werewolf fucking sex scene, dude. Straight up.
Nah, transformation scene for me.
It was the transformation scene. He was transforming
No,
while having
Eddie's,
sex.
Eddie's transformation.
Eddie's
scene.
transformation.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Listen, the husband had a shitty transformation. He's a blonde bastard.
My favorite scene, and I don't know what the fuck this says about my twisted mind.
Oh,
I just love how he fucking toyed with her at the beginning in that fucking booth.
That was a fucked scene.
And
Are you trying
dark.
to tell us something here?
I'm not trying to tell you anything. I'm just saying that was kind of my favorite scene, watching how sadistic and twisted this dude actually was. Because granted, yes, we see him later as a werewolf, but this is the person that he is. And I don't know, that scene, as cheesy as his death was in that fucking booth, just the whole setup of him making her watch this porn and telling her what he's gonna do to her. And even though we don't really see him transform, we know he's transforming into a werewolf in front of her. She can't really see it because it's dark. I just love that one scene in the film. That for me, that is my favorite scene in the film.
You could definitely have that in a non-werewolf movie, but just a horror movie,
and
dude.
still be
that
creepy
scene,
as shit.
Yeah, that scene would have worked.
Or he's just like a
beautifully,
serial killer. Yeah.
Yep.
Which makes was he just a serial killer, or did he throw a little werewolf spice into it? Because they did say like the victims were killed, right? Like
mutilated
or whatever.
They were
Okay.
mutilated.
If you look close enough, when in that scene, you could see his hair and his face is not a normal looking hair.
Yeah,
Just
it's a little bit of long. Yeah, a little bit.
Dude, he went like 80s rocker when it showed him in the fog, like silhouette a little bit. It was just like they fucking they teased that hair like hardcore, dude. Like, oh fuck it.
Ironic considering that later on in life he lost all of his hair.
Yeah.
Oh, can't win them all.
No, you can't.
I
gotta go for my. I think I'm gonna go for my best scene was Werewolf Eddie toying with Terry. It was like a cat. It was like a cat fucking with a mouse.
That was good, but I feel like when he came back, acid style was definitely like that. I don't know. That gave me some near dark vibes and shit.
Yeah, very, very much so. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing makeup effects in that
Fucking
scene.
A, dude. All right, gentlemen. Opening scene. Did it hook you in?
No, not really.
No, it took a while to get going.
Yeah,
I don't even remember the opening scene, honestly.
I think it just
it
hooked me.
Credits and it showed her on the phone or something calling that dude, right?
It hooked me. I was like, where's this going?
I wasn't hooked until she was already into walking into the porn shop. Then I'm like,
yeah,
okay, where are we going with this?
It was when she just because they were like, I can't believe you're gonna do it, and everybody was like congratulating her for that's right, yeah. And you were just like, what the hell's gonna happen? And then you just got it through like quick news flashes and stuff like that. But yeah, until like the husband kind of got panicked and then they called the cops into it. That's I think when it started picking up a little bit more steam.
Yep. I agree.
It worked for Bobby, so whatever.
Yeah, right.
What can I say?
Somebody. Most attractive character.
Ooh.
I gotta say, D. Wallace always looking fine. But
that's a tough call.
I honestly, Terry.
Nobody in this
I was
movie
kind of leaning towards that.
I'm gonna go with Marsha only because I saw her titties.
I was gonna go Marsha myself,
and it's because you saw her bush too,
and her bush.
Well,
I mean,
okay. First and foremost, and I could be talking out of line here. Can't necessarily say I speak for Scuba, but yo, man. First and foremost, that girl had that look. She's gonna show you a thing or two.
She did
that you've never fucking known, and I mean, yeah, dude, you're getting wolf sex out of this shit.
She had CFE. She had CFE.
Oh, bro, hard.
CFME.
The straight
CFME.
up, the straight up fucking interaction with the husband right off, like, oh, I'm looking for my wife.
Why? Good question. What's up?
Right there. And it was just like when he was just like, all right, I'll see you later. My wife just looked at me. She's like, yeah, good answer. And I was like,
good answer, but not the answer I would have went with.
Just saying, dude. She was
not you, me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, dude. Listen. Not to mention she's brunette, dude. So she was a good looking brunette, dude.
Buddy.
Like,
yeah, buddy.
Yeah, but so was Terry.
I mean, and she's look like
she was too, but I think it was just that like.
It's that animal magnetism that she had.
Yeah,
because she's really not that attractive. If you look at her, she's really not. I mean, she's beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
like-
She is. I'm not
it's-
saying
it's-
talking down about
but-
any woman, but
But
she's not. The
I
type
get
of
what you're
girl-
saying.
She's not the type of girl I would go for.
But she had
Normally,
sex appeal. She had
But
sex
she-
appeal.
she had sex appeal because she's fucking werewolf.
Well, that she was the dirty hot girl from the random shack in
Yes.
the woods, man. You know what I
Yes.
mean? You're just
Random
like,
shack in the wood, dirty hot.
I don't know if I should do this, man. Strange girl in the woods, but
it's been a while.
But she showed me her
Here we go.
titties, so let's go.
yeah, right.
That's what you do. That's what you do. Fucking the water boy. She showed me her titties, and I liked them too.
And you know, unfortunately, that pretty much killed her career.
Damn.
Like she almost didn't act in. She acted in almost nothing after that, and she ended up dying at a fairly young age from cancer.
Oh, damn.
Like I think she was like
Sorry.
47 or so.
All right, you know something. I think we.
Rest in
Wow.
power.
Not sure how to feel now.
I mean,
I
I
still
should feel like
pick
a
her-
dick. I should
No.
feel like a dick, but I don't.
Why? I think she was the most attractive character.
She
And
was.
you know what? For dude wise, I'll give it up to B tier Tom Atkins
Yeah,
because he wasn't.
I'll agree with that.
Hello. I mean, the fact that we all thought he kind of looked like Tom Atkins gives
Yeah.
him cred as it is. So
Yeah, that he wins by default.
right.
Yeah, he does.
Atkins.
It's like, bro,
was
the
my-
mustache, the mustache was
Yeah.
good. So
Yeah.
alrighty. Did the score set the mood?
Score was good. I felt.
In
think it
some
fit-
parts, yes,
it fit-
but
it fit the film.
in the one scene where fucking homeboy's running through the woods, the one with the vest, the other
Yes.
quist,
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie, the music was like all carnival-ish. Like it was very cheesy in that scene.
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
was.
I do remember
what
that.
the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, what is this?
I guess they wanted to show him more like he looked like a sideshow piece.
Yeah,
He kind of
that's
did.
that's exactly the direction that I felt they were going with it, with that chosen piece of music that they played.
Right.
Very carnival, very carnival.
I'll say it fits for what it is.
Oh no, it's kind
But it was good.
of like the score, kind of like the house on the left. There were some parts where it just made no sense whatsoever.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, that was way the fuck off the rails.
But I mean, for them, other than that, I can't think of a scene that had music that it didn't fit, other than that one scene.
I'd have to agree. It's just I can't remember anything specific about it, so I'm not going to say it was memorable by any means. Like I can't say I'm going to have the Howling score in
Yeah,
my record collection.
it did its job, but not
Correct.
No.
Did what?
memorably so. Yeah.
So, was there a song in this?
I don't
Can
know.
we choose a best
I
song?
remember.
No.
I'm gonna pick Duran Duran's "Hungry Like the Wolf." Moving on. Favorite character?
Actually, Terry's husband. What's his name again?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude with who?
The one who
brings
came back with the silver
Yeah.
bullets.
the
I
hero of
go
the
with
day.
him.
Hero
I go with
of
him.
the day. I'm gonna have
I'm
to go
the
with
guy that's
fucking
gonna save your ass.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna have to go with fucking the psycho dude because he played it awesome, especially during his transformation scene at the end. Like,
I wish we would have got more of him.
yeah, I feel like for how much they alluded to him and like you knew he was gonna be back on the island at some point.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like show us like him attacking people on his way back to
right,
the
like
college.
Yeah,
after he
that
got
would've
out of
been
the
nice.
morgue-
Sweet.
After he got out of the morgue, like he jumps somebody in the alleyway, like
Yeah.
steals his clothes, fucking goes
Terminator style.
fuck right.
Yeah.
Terminator Styles.
But, like he kills the bums, he just doesn't take his pants and runs. Like,
Somebody's got to do it.
he took my pants. Just remember,
It sounds like
guys,
fucking South Park. They took my job. They
They
took
kicked
his
your
job.
nerves.
Took his job.
Sarah McConnor. Or Sarah McConnor.
All right, everybody back in the pile.
Yeah,
That's right. Back to the pub. Back to the pub. Oh Jesus! Christ.
continue on.
I'm gonna have to say my favorite character, the old man. I don't know why I love
Yeah?
the old man.
Old man
Like, he was
Jenkins?
just- yeah, he was just, like he was like, fuck this, fuck all of you. Like, I don't want to be a fucking werewolf anymore. And then he's like, well, maybe I do.
You know what
I
it
don't know.
I
was?
liked him. I liked him.
He was just sad because he's looking at everybody getting some nice young putty around him, and he's
Yeah, I felt so bad for him in that
"Fuck,
scene.
dude," right?
Everybody's like making out, and he's just like,
I just want some snapper, ladies.
I'm the weird old dude here. Like,
I feel
That's
bad
kind of
for
how
him.
I feel going to the bar anymore.
Can relate. I was about to say can relate.
Yep.
right?
I don't know about you. Well,
You accidentally see a group of 23-year-old girls, and you're like, no,
Fuck.
no.
all right, well, I can't say nothing. I'm the young one here.
Well, yeah, you're
But I'm hungry like the wolf.
that's right.
Duran
Duran made a good version of that, but Bruce Campbell still takes the best cover for it, I would say.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
If nobody knows what I'm talking about, look up Bruce Campbell sings "Hungry Like the Wolf" Old Spice commercial.
Yes.
Oh my god. Now like wait. Oh.
Oh God, I forgot all about his Old Spice commercials.
Dude, his Old Spice commercials was great. Like, I was
Oh,
so happy
God.
when Old Spice brought in Campbell. Anyways, did everybody say favorite character?
Yes.
All right. Was it scary? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say Dick Miller is the bookstore owner.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Nice throw in, actually.
Absolutely.
Okay. Was it scary?
I could see for the time, yes. For now,
At the time, yes. Yes,
not
definitely.
not now. Not considering some of the shit that's come out. No.
I was a little fearful in the whole porno shop scene. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of creeping me out. I don't know if it's full on scary, but I was definitely like, where are we going with this?
I think the scariest part was Terry being chased down in the shack. Just because,
yeah,
just the way the door was rattling and you hear the growls. I mean, that I've had nightmares about shit like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say
cool.
that scene leading to her death, like I said, when he reaches, takes his own papers, like again, that's casual.
Yeah.
What werewolf is casual? That's fucking terrifying.
And that's what makes this different from a lot of other werewolf movies too, is because
They
when you
still have
see
their
this one in
mind.
the world, yeah, they still have their mind in this one versus they're all animalistic in practically every
Right.
other werewolf film.
So I would say that scene could definitely.
I think it has scary elements. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily a scary movie in today's standards, but it does have elements of it that are scary.
Yes.
I would say, yeah. All right. 100% agree. So does it hold up today?
More or less.
I'm going to go with no. I'm actually going to go with no.
I want to say yes,
Well-
but no. It's a
Right,
yes
'cause,
and
like-
a no.
I
Because
want to say yes, but I can't say yes.
a lot of the effects are awesome, and I can appreciate them and everything else like that.
Put it this
and
way,
I'm not-
the
But then you got
practical
that
effects
awful-
hold up.
right.
Cartoon,
Right, but that cartoon and just
stop motion, some of it.
and just I feel like you could re-edit it and change the pacing up a lot different.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
definitely.
so when we get to our one question, I think honestly I know where I could go with that. So
Mhm.
how was the acting?
I think the acting was good with everybody.
The acting was
was
good,
pretty good.
except there's one scene that sticks out to me, and it was just kind of like, really? When she's running to the car, when Dee Wallace is running to the car, after just being she sees the fucking werewolf. She just threw acid on Eddie's face as a werewolf, or just threw acid on Eddie's face, knowing that he's transforming into something, and this dude's back from the fucking dead. She's just walking around the car, like no fear, no fucking like not trying to rush to get to her fucking car. And I don't know, that one scene just sticks out to me, and I just feel like it could have been done better.
But I said it earlier in the movie that I mean the acting's good, but nobody here plays anything good of fear.
Yes.
All right. So I will say so.
Yeah.
Meds and meds.
Agreed.
All right. Cinematography. I'm gonna have to say I didn't see anything crazy out the box. Like, I mean, even the transforming things, like they were just essentially close-ups and everything, so we could see the effects. So I guess the shots of the effects were cool, but other than that,
Nothing.
It's
really
a
I
ve-
mean, and
bad.
the lighting in the scene in the booth, that's what does it for me. It was
That
so
was
great.
pretty fucked awesome. Yeah, dude. I'm like, all right. I mean, cinematography, I would say, wasn't bad. It just wasn't. There wasn't any like insane
This
shot.
Yeah.
You know what I
it
mean?
was a
Yeah.
plain Jane shot movie, but with brilliant lighting.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
go with that. That's a
Fair
pretty good way to
enough.
put it.
Yep.
All right. Did we like the premise?
Yes,
Yeah.
The premise was
Yeah.
liked, just not the look, but yes.
Yeah.
I would have liked
Yeah.
a bit more. I liked it, but I would have loved it if the whole purpose of the colony was to send people there just to be food for the werewolves versus they're trying to
That
kill
would
them.
be awesome. That would be awesome.
Maybe make Karen the exception because you can't get rid of someone who's known nationally. That's
Well,
a tough one. That's a
And
tough
that's why they were going to transform her so that she
Right.
understood that they were just trying to live their lives and not go out. Because I mean, with essentially Eddie was really the only one and the doctor, but that were out and about and not
In
back
the
at the
real world,
colony.
yeah. Right.
This is true.
Yo, now you just gave me an idea for like take that, but make it a game. So they have like 50 people come to the like the colony's on an island. They have 50 people come to the island. They hunt through the 50 people, and whoever is like the last person, they actually transform to a werewolf at the end.
Yeah, but that would be kind of dangerous for the werewolves to play because what if they get killed?
Well, the humans wouldn't be armed by any means. Like, I'm not saying
He's
they couldn't
got a
fight
point
back
there.
Predator style, but
But
you
what if
could-
they did?
You could. I'm not. That could be all part of the movie too.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. I don't know.
Onward.
Werewolf Running Man. All right. So the quadruple R: recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
I'll rewind, but I would reboot.
I wouldn't mind a remake.
I'm gonna
Or a
remake.
remake. That's it.
I'm
Remake.
gonna remake and also rewind. Seeing I just bought it. So
Same. Rewind, but I would not be opposed to a remake.
I would rewind and reboot.
Reboot.
Continue with, the original stuff happening, but moving forward. Which I know we've gotten, with the sequel, but do it better because even the sequel's not that great.
Okay.
I would totally reboot this series. The whole fucking Howling series, with the exception of Marsupials, because fuck that movie.
Have you seen that movie?
I have seen that movie. Fuck that movie.
Okay. I have not.
wanna-
So I just
want to bring up something really hilarious about the second movie was the fact that one shot of Sybil Danning just ripping her clothes open like that and exposing herself. She hated that shot. She hated doing that shot. So their revenge on her was that scene just plays over and over and over again over the end credits.
Oh shit.
I mean, I don't know why she hated it. I thought she looked great when she did it. So,
Well,
but goddamn us men and seeing a naked woman.
Hey guys, let's rate this son of a bitch.
yes,
right.
let's do that.
Bobby, start it off.
I'm gonna give this a solid 4.1.
4.1. Scuba Steve.
I am going with a 4.2.
4. Deuce. Chad Daddy.
Oh, I don't like that face.
I'm going to go 3.8. I'm going to go a little low because it wasn't nearly as good as I remembered it being.
And
Fair.
not to bite on the steez, but it was kind of funny because I was also thinking 3.8.
All
'Cause
right.
It doesn't feel like exactly a 4 to me, but it feels higher than a 3.5.
Yeah.
Like his effects wise and stuff, but it's just story doesn't hold sometimes. So
Yeah, but it's still one of those movies that you just love to watch.
I'm not
Yeah.
disappointed that I own
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
will say that.
Yeah.
So. All right, and that gives us damn. Well, if we're rounding up, gentlemen, we have a 3.975. So
Ooh.
technically, that'd be a 4.
Ooh, baby.
So-
All right, a 4 is not bad.
That would be a 4 for 1981's The Howling.
That is a very fair score.
October 4th. Yeah, I would say so. We already discussed what we're going to do next week, which that would be
Night of the Creeps. Oh,
Night
Night
of the
Creeps.
I haven't seen that one
Atkins.
in a while either, so I'm excited.
And let me look to see where it is.
And like I said, you got to be.
I have the Blu-ray DVD.
Man.
So do I. And you got to be
Alright.
careful which version you watch because there are two different endings, two completely
Oh,
different
son
endings.
of a bitch!
I'm gonna watch
Alright.
both versions.
It's everywhere though. It's just so anybody knows. It's on Vudu, Amazon, Vudu, YouTube.
Of course, that movie's less known of these two, yet this one can't be found any fucking where else.
right?
You want
Yeah,
to tell
true.
me that problem?
Yeah.
Dude, look at how popular Near
Distributing
Dark is,
rights.
and we couldn't find that anywhere.
I was the only one who
literally
found it. Like I was like,
You weren't even on the episode. It was just Chad.
I
now.
know that was the sad part is I wasn't even on the episode that time.
God damn it. We're coming on an hour and 40 here, gentlemen.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's time
so-
to go to bed.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say one quick thing. If we're gonna do our nerd news really quick, I will say the game developers that did Friday 13th and as well as Predator Hunting Grounds is working on a new Ghostbusters IP.
Oh yes, I did see that. Fuck
Yeah. So
Yeah.
nothing
Like
has been
like I
announced
said-
besides that, but
Like I said on your posting, I just hope it's a lot less glitchy than Friday the 13th was.
well, how was
Yeah.
Predator?
Well,
You
Predator
got
was okay.
right?
Predator's not bad.
So there
I'm
you go.
enjoying it a lot more
So-
than I thought it would.
So
Well-
they fixed their mistakes from the first one. Then, I'd say.
Well, real quick,
It's still
there
glitchy, not as
is
bad though.
Bobby.
there is one other game they are working on. I heard, but they did
Yes.
not reveal the title. It's another horror franchise, though.
Oh no, there's actually another one. They have one dropping out within the next year that they've already it's set, but it's just going through the last little bullshit. And what's the other horror one? I didn't catch that.
I'm not saying.
Oh, okay.
It's a franchise we all know, obviously.
It's got to be Halloween.
Halloween.
Probably.
Well, if they did with the Friday 13th,
Because
I
I
would say either Halloween or Freddy, dude. Which Freddy I think would be.
Because I heard somewhere.
I don't think we could do Freddy. I don't think they'd be
No,
able to do it with
there's
the-
still problems with I think their licensing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I heard in an interview somewhere the other day that they did ask Kane to, I think, do that motion capture for Halloween potentially, if that's what it
Really?
is.
Ooh, that'd be too bulky.
They'd be too stiff,
I feel like Kane's too big to be Myers.
right?
I mean, James
Why
Jew
wouldn't they ask-
James
yeah.
James Jew Courtney is bigger than him.
but why wouldn't they
height-wise.
just ask him to do it?
Probably doesn't have the time with all the shit going on with kills and ends.
Well, and then
Remember, they
you gotta
got
remember,
another
too, that
movie to shoot too.
He's good with gun media, so if that's who's doing it, then I mean, if they already have him, might as well.
No, yeah, you're right.
And since
I'm
we're
just hoping.
speaking of, go ahead. I'll bring it up later.
No, I'm just hoping. I love the Friday 13th formula and Predator Hunting Grounds. I just hope it is not that formula. I feel like it's probably gonna be just because everybody assumes with that name, but I don't want. I would just give me 4-player co-op Ghostbusters.
I just don't
You know what I
understand
mean?
why. I can't understand why they would do Halloween when they've already done that in Dead by Daylight.
Well, this would
Right.
be a Halloween game, not a section of Michael either.
Yeah,
It's
but
really not
even
that different.
Still,
I see all the possibilities right away.
I
That's
mean,
just,
it would be like Friday 13th, where you get all the different Michael variants and shit like that. I could see that. You could have different.
But I
You could
don't
have-
want a repeat of the Friday the 13th game just with Myers.
No,
Right.
I agree.
They would have to do something different. I can't say what. But I wouldn't
Fighter.
want an exact
Fighter.
Oh,
Give me
that'd
a fighter.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Well,
Fighter
we
with
will-
horror
Terror
characters
Drone.
right now.
Terror
Yeah,
Drone.
We
I
shall-
know. Just make that legit.
well,
please.
we just have to see, won't we?
Other than that, that's
Okay.
all I had for nerd news this week, gentlemen.
One other quick thing that we did finally get a ruling on the Friday the 13th lawsuit.
Yes.
Victor Miller
Judge-
won, yeah.
No, we want Victor Miller to win.
Yeah, we do.
Wanted that. You don't want.
You don't want Cunningham.
in charge.
No, we
Because
don't.
He wants nothing to do with the franchise. There's still work to be done,
Yes.
but this is a step in the right. That means that there will be negotiations and settlements, and we will eventually get some new Friday the 13th stuff. Will they
And cease and
finally
desist.
finish the game? Probably not.
I
No,
actually,
the game is dead.
I
The
heard,
game is
a
dead.
while back that they're just not.
You're,
Yeah,
if
because
you want to
the thing is,
play the
like, a
full
lot-
game,
A
you
lot
can play
of
the full
shit
game
was,
online. You
Yeah,
know
a lot of the
that,
shit
right?
was finished.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was.
Like X is in it. You just can't unlock it. without you can hack it and play it on PC. But as far as PS4,
Yeah.
like I said, like this, everything, even the music for Jason X was done.
Motherfuckers. But
So that's
people
probably
suck.
dead. But maybe going forward we'll get more merchandise that'll be freed up, so we can finally get our Part 8 NECA Jason and Jason X and all the.
I mean,
others
they
that we
released Part 7 when they had this lawsuit. So.
Merchandise.
That's because that was already in the design stage before the lawsuit started.
But the weird part is when they were even designing it, they couldn't even finish the design because I saw it at the factory. They couldn't finish it.
Yeah,
So
I don't
I guess
understand
my
how
last-
they got around that. Because they also made a Friday the 13th board game too. So,
so I guess my last question on that would be: does anybody else have any other nerd news besides before we sign off?
The only piece of nerd news, and it's not really nerd news, it's just a recommendation. If anybody hasn't seen Squid Game yet, fucking watch it.
Yeah, I want to watch
see the
that.
internet all buzz about it.
Yeah, I've
is
seen a lot of stuff about
fucking great.
I want to watch it, so maybe this week I will get a chance.
Oh, you guys will be happy to know I got somebody, my buddy, to watch or will be watching Train to Busan.
Yes.
Simply on the fact because I was showing him the picture and my wife goes, "Is that the one with Asian you?" And I'm like, "It's Korean." And he goes, "What?" And it instantly showed the still of the guy, dude. And he just started laughing.
Oh my God.
He's like, "Oh my fucking God." He's like, "It's fucking you, dude." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." All the guys said it too.
I
He's
love
like,
the fact that not only did we say it, but your own fucking wife said it.
Right.
Yes.
She's like, "That guy just looks
Fuck
like
yeah.
that." And I'm like, "You know what? That dude is badass in that movie." So I'm okay with it.
Oh, there you go. That's such a great movie too.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right, gentlemen. I think I'm ready to say adios. I don't know about you.
Yeah, because it's time to go
I was gonna
sleep.
Say Bobby's like yawning here in the background. So I am your not so mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying adios, Gorehounds.
This is your Chad Daddy. Tune in next week for Night of Bitches.
This is your host with the ghost, the Scuba Cabra himself, Scuba Steve, saying, "See you later, bitches."
This is your killing machine, Bobby Moan, saying we'll kill you fuckers next week.
Yes, bro.